Hello again, thanks for joining. It's another Model Railway news update, but this time it's mostly focused on Hornby, or companies owned by Hornby. We'll get into that in a minute, but first I'm going to say that this is a totally unbiased news update. I'm not actually paid by Hornby or anybody else to make this video, and I don't have any affiliate links either. So while I'm going to give you recommended retail prices here, always remember to shop around for the best deal. Okay, let's get into it and I'll show you what Hornby have just revealed. So it's a long-awaited diesel in their TT120 range. Many have been excited awaiting the Class 66, and Hornby have released some decorated production sample photos of this modern, popular locomotive. There's going to be 5 liveries here, and you can opt for standard or digital sound-fitted versions. Some of the features of Hornby's Class 66 includes the highly detailed model that has separately fitted parts including handrails, footsteps, pipework, and exhaust, and it's got etched grills, even windscreen wipers, and even some other little bits and pieces which are different between each of these models. It has a powerful 5-pole skew-wound motor with flywheels and next 18 decoder socket. So some of these models have different headlight styles and some are fitted with rear view mirrors and bells as well, and that's going to be accurately represented across the range too. They even have working directional lighting with day and night modes and working cab lighting. It's looking pretty good so far, and these models have been promised before the end of this year. You can of course pre-order now if you want. And one of the benefits here is that this TT120 model will of course work fine on European TT scale layouts. So perhaps we'll see a Juef or Lima model with European liveries on it. Oh, it's an Arnold model, but it's the same DB livery as the UK one. It's even got the same part number, so I don't believe this is an accurate representation of an EU Class 66 at all, but it probably sets a precedent for the future that they're going to be doing that. This is a start anyway. We'll see how it goes and I'll keep you updated. And talking of Arnold in TT scale, check this out. 2 new liveries coming soon on the Vosloo, I think I pronounced that right, DE18 locomotive. So this is 2 new liveries on an existing model which came in maroon, representing Cargo Logistic Rail Services livery. With these 2 new ones it's the same price, but we get the Deutsche Bahn North Rail light grey, which I think is quite a cool looking option. And also the darker grey Rail Adventure livery too, also available by the end of this year. Cool looking models, and they're going to be priced the same as the already available one. There's also some other cool models from Arnold, but these are coming in N scale, coming soon as well before the end of the year, so we're promised. First up is these Italian Class D445 diesel locomotives, which are coming in 3 different liveries and configurations. Definitely for me it's the Epoch 6 version, which I think looks great in this livery option. But we also have this 3rd series MDVC livery option, and also 1st series with flat windows in this green and brown livery from Epoch 4/5. All 3 are priced the same at an RRP of $168.49 for DC and $277.49 for DCC sound versions. This is also going to be available soon. It's the BLS Class RE 4/4 electric locomotive. This one is number 192 and called Spiez. It's a single arm pantograph version in the brown livery. This is Epoch 4 and 5 specification. And you'll notice as well this is celebrating BLS's 60th anniversary. So you get all this stuff too with the model, like a fancy box with a metal inner tin, a keyring and a book too. And you get all this for $188.49 for DC and $297.49 for DCC with sound. And while that model is the only one with a single pantograph, you're also offered these versions with updated pantograph if you prefer. 2 numbers here, 161 and 173, which also come with the additional 60th anniversary items mentioned already and are priced at the same amount. We've also got an Italian E645 coming soon too, an iconic articulated locomotive, and Arnold have it here in N scale for a price of $195.49 for DC or £304.49 for DCC with sound. That's quite expensive for an N gauge locomotive, but it is an articulated one and there is a lot to this model. And very similar to this one we have the E646 version, which is coming in 2 livery options as well. Very similar, but one silver and green, the other silver and blue. And these are both priced the same as the E645. So quite a lot of interesting stuff for Italian railway modelers, as well as the Swiss BLS. But that's not all we have from Arnold at the moment, because we also have this French railcar coming soon. It'll be available in 2 colour options and can be ordered either as original configuration or rebuilt versions, both representing the diesel railcar in Era 4. It's an iconic French branch line train and one ideally suited to run passenger services on smaller layouts. It looks really good and it comes in at an RRP of $236.49 for DC or $363.99 for DCC with sound. Finally, we have probably the smallest loco I've seen for a while. It's the tiny ASF 040 diesel shunter from Epoch 4, and in the case of the DBAG version, Epoch 5. Incredibly, this is available as a DCC fitted model as well as the DC version, and it packs a lot of nice features into such a small thing, such as a 6-pin NEM 651 DCC interface and a coreless motor. These are priced at £118.94 for DC and £158.99 for DCC. No sound on this, a speaker wouldn't fit, I reckon. Still quite incredible. I wonder how that will operate over dodgy track though. So it's an interesting range from Arnold, all coming by the end of this year apparently. Great to see this, let's say, subdivision of Hornby creating some really interesting models, and certainly I think it rivals the core brand with some of these, especially the DE18 locomotive we saw earlier. What a fantastic model that is. Anyway, that's the video folks, thanks for watching. I'm sure there'll be more coming soon, so subscribe to keep yourself up to date, and I'll see you on the next one.